These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Oleksandr Usyk. He's 6'3" with a 78-inch reach. And across the ring from him, Tyson Fury. Oleksandr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, an undisputed...
We've waited a long time. And there's the bell to start the round. Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more. Try some stick and move. They threw the hook. It didn't land. Can't land that jab. There is not a seat to be had in this arena, Johnny. It's got that big fight feel, doesn't it?
Did you see the nerves on a fight stepping into the ring, Todd? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner, you've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Not so rigid anymore with the stance. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. It's all offense all the time.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round anywhere this year. Oh, what a punch! He threw a punch and just got countered. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
It's not bad. It's not a bad cut.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then we'll strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
If you're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
Oh, what a punch! Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it. That uppercut doesn't land.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're gonna punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here. Looks like they're going to try and... Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if...
They ring the bell, and here we go. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Oh, that punch. It's obvious which one of these fighters has to get on the inside.
Very smart, very sharp. This is a fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well, we know what the game plan is going to be for this fighter. He's got to stick and move and avoid the big shots from the bigger man.
You gotta be like Oliver Twist, be a pickpocket, in and out. Don't stand there and be so obvious.
Don't worry about the cut.
Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music. And there's the bell to start the round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Tried to score with the uppercut. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Nice punch. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That's nothing. We'll sort that out when you get back to the corner.
Nice job getting that punch. Why weren't they more cautious? Looks like he might not be as hurt as we thought.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off, then blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
Gonna shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. We wanted action, and they are delivering. Gonna try and relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. You know the scorecards are gonna be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance. They ring the bell, and here we go. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Tom? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
Good counter punching. Missing with the hook. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable at middleweight.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. Nope, that uppercut does not score. He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
You gotta ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Got him there.
Don't worry about the cut.
Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? That punch has been his best weapon. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They exchange punches. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
And there's the bell to start the round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
You've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
It's bombs away. Looks like they're going to mix up their strategy a little bit here. These two are the perfect dance partners. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Oh my goodness, that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Perfect punch. He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of a very competitive round with 10 seconds left? Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout, because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
Not so rigid anymore with the stance. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe-to-toe, heart for heart. You know, mano on mano, they're letting the shots go.
It's not bad. It's not a bad cut.
So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy? That's enough. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. And there's the bell to start the round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
You remember, with the lighterweights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move. They're fast. They're sharp. It's a hard night's work for the referee.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a...
They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That uppercut doesn't land. Nice job getting that punch through. Nice counter shot. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? These two were made for each other. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. perfect counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two.
So much for defensive abilities. And it appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
You'd like to see more jabs. He threw a punch and just got countered. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He misses with that jab. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you got fighters at these weight division, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Pretty lopsided decision there, a unanimous one.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan, and what a result.